Hi everyone, I'm Xuan and I'm from Ascension Kindergarten. Learning story to me is actually quite interesting. I'm actually more of an introverted person, so I enjoy expressing myself through writing, and learning stories is a platform where I can actually write my child's observations down. And learning stories is also a different approach to children observation, and because I've graduated in September 2015, and I went straight into learning stories. I didn't do any anecdotal records, so it was easier for me to catch on. And after reading through the stories in the publications, I've enjoyed reading them a lot, and they were very well written and they had a good flow to the story, and I aspire to write like that one day. If I were a parent, I would definitely prefer reading a learning story than an anecdotal record, because it not only shows how well the teacher can write, but it also shows the little details that the teacher is observing during the observation. And learning story it also helps the child to grow and develop, and it helps the child to grow and develop, yeah. And sorry, I'm kind of nervous. And it's a kind of growth positive approach, because after every learning story, there's always opportunities and possibilities where the teacher can actually tell the parent what they can do, like an extension of activities they can do to help the child move to the next level of learning and developing. So Carol Dweck's growth mindset tells us that to learn how to improve is the key to success, and we thus hope to impart this positive mindset to our children by celebrating their resilience and their confidence. So through these NLC sessions, I've actually seen many different styles of writing, and I feel that there is an improvement in my own style of writing as well. I'm now better able to put my emotions into the stories, like it doesn't get too descriptive at times. But even though there were changes that were made, I've always made it a point to stick to my own style of writing. Yeah. And after I went for the NLC sessions, I gathered my Nursery 1 teachers last year together, and I've shared with them like what I've learned throughout the sessions. So we wrote one learning story per fortnight, and the Chinese teachers actually participated as well, as we believe that they have their own stories to share with us too. And you will be surprised how fluent they can actually write as well. We have some samples over at our booth, which you can take a look at later. And we had a buddy system. We paired the English teachers up and the Chinese teachers up so that we could actually read each other's stories and give feedback to each other. So for term 1 this year, we haven't started on any learning stories because as N1 teachers, we are still busy settling in the Nursery 1 children. So we will be starting learning stories again in term 2. So the biggest challenge that we have faced is definitely time. I believe those who have written learning stories will know how much it takes to sit down and write a good story. So during our term 4, we were busy with concert practices and also the PTM, but we still made it a point to write at least one fortnightly. And some teachers even use the concert practices time to pick out an observation to write about. And also, multitasking is not easy when you have to sit with a group of children but focus on a child. So usually when I want to do an observation, I will inform my Chinese teacher about it so that she will be able to watch over the rest while I focus on this child for that few minutes. Not getting a photograph at that moment is also one of the challenges I face, which I've not found a solution for yet, because the moment comes and goes. Yeah. And lastly, getting the entire team to believe in learning stories and enjoy writing them. As you all know, for starters, in learning stories, it can be quite time-consuming. So we are still working together as a team, and we are still learning to better appreciate the benefits of learning stories. Thank you.
Okay, so this is my plug-in, right? You can tell that she's very authentic. We're not saying learning stories is a one-fix miracle pill. I want to reinforce that learning stories is just one tool. You have existing tools in your center already, like the checklist, like the anecdotal recording, like the running records, which have a place in your curriculum. But learning stories is relatively new. It is gives you an opportunity to do reflective practice that my ACTA fellows have talked about. So that's one tool that you can hone. The findings we've got from our IBAP, I want to say, is that when leaders come with their staff, the impact is greatest. So I encourage you, if you haven't come to the Learning Stories workshop, please sign up and bring a teacher along. Then you can see real impact. Thank you very much.